Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Charlotte Hornets.
And that result was no surprise, Clark, because they played very loose with the ball that night.
Yeah, they were carefree. Footloose and fancy-free with the ball doesn't get it done. And how often do we see it, Steve? The team that loses the turnover battle loses the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Money, he's in at point guard. Paul George is out there with Davis. And it's Knox in at the 5 down low. And so the New Orleans Pelicans get the first points of the ball game. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
The drive by Anthony. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Here's Whitney. The Pelicans make their last shot. Clock at 6. Anthony, no one around. And it's Anthony again missing. Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
All free throws good for Money. A slow start here for Houston in this one. 6-point game. Pass to Whitney. He kicks it to Anthony. The Rockets again can't hit.
That's 3 misses to start the game, guys. Does not bode well here early.
Here's Money. And that one's on target from the wing.
Now, they're really doing a nice job of stringing together solid possessions and building that lead up.
That's the key, Steve. They'll stay in control of this game if they can just avoid any lulls going forward.
Now here's Anthony. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots.
The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Goes up the baseline, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 6 points for Money.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
I'm a gangster, but y'all leading. The big boss dog, yeah, I had to do that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Over that last break, I listened to the Pelicans head coach address his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Money. Putting the pressure squarely on his shoulders by asking him to be the key man in the offense. It's not something they ask of him every game, but when they do, he can usually handle it. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, "We can run these guys into the ground." Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Just 5 to shoot. Paxson kicks to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Hasselhoff. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Money passes to George. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season. Pelicans, number 1.
Yeah, number 1 in the league in points per game a year ago. They played with so much confidence, such unselfish basketball.
Here's Whitney. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
He was a factor defensively as well. He blocked 2 shots. I thought he changed several others. It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
And so it's Houston with it, trailing by 10. And that one's good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
The Pelicans have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Pass to Knox. The 3. That drops. He has 7.
They really look sharp here. Razor sharp. Extremely focused.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. And here is Whitney. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Anthony on the wing. All alone. That one off the back iron and out.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
The feed to Davis. It's tipped out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
Well, let's take a look at Paul George and how his last season turned out. Second in field goal percentage and at number 2 on the list of the NBA's best three-point shooters. He was nearly automatic from long range.
And you talked about his place as the league's second most accurate shooter last year, Steve. I mean, he excelled at getting himself into excellent shooting position and then knocking down those open shots. Selective and disciplined, but effective too.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
The Rockets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. 2 shots. First one falls for him. And the Pelicans making a change here.
I like it. I like it. All day long. Let's go. You're up. My time.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. T dishes to Gordon. And George kicks to T. And George, here we go, for 3. The shot is off. Here's Hasselhoff. And so the first quarter is in the books. New Orleans on top as they wrap up the first quarter on a 15-5 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Coming up Tuesday, November 2nd, the Charlotte Hornets go up against Anthony Davis and the New Orleans Pelicans. Live from New Orleans. Be there.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Bledsoe with it. George picks him up. Out to the right wing. And some nice passing there by Houston. From 12 feet out. Good. 8 points for him.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Pelicans leading by 5. So for New Orleans right now, Money is in at the point. Muscala is out there with Davis. And there's Gordon. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Gordon. Lets it go with the 3. No good. The Rockets shooting not great, 40% for the game. Stolen by Gordon. Here we go, all alone for the finish. Oh, look out.
Oh, wow. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And so here is Houston following the score by New Orleans. Here's Falls. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 5.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been the aggressors, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
Here's Money. 8 points for him. In low to Davis. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for New Orleans?
They've set the first half tone by really getting out in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. 8-point game to the right side. Bledsoe, no luck.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
George passes to Davis. Back to George. Right side, George. Davis with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Bledsoe. And it's Houston on the break. And he lays that one in. Bledsoe's got his first 2 points.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing. As soon as they got their hands on the ball, everybody got out and ran.
Here's Money. 8 points for him. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 5 now.
And their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second quarter.
Well, the lead being maintained will not be a problem if they keep shooting the way they have so far.
And here are the Rockets now, trailing here by 8. Davis with the double team. 4 on the clock. Bledsoe for 3, and that one's good. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Playing much better here, guys, and it looks like they're starting to make up some ground. We'll see if that can continue.
Here's Money outside for George. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
It certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. New Orleans leading by 7. Left side, George. Soft touch off the glass.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Houston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. They get a hand on it. Here's Muscala. Now hits how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Here's Hasselhoff. No good on the 3.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Grizzlies, boy, was he tremendous. He had 49 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Thanks for the great report, Doris. Guys, the way he carried them that night, Clark, I thought was truly incredible.
Absolutely. I mean, he did the work of several players in that game. He really didn't need much support at all.
But they shouldn't count on that type of performance again tonight, Clark. I mean, his teammates need to be prepared to carry a little bit more of the load.
They've been on fire from the free throw line.
That's how we do it. Good work.
All day long.
All right, you're up.
Oh, yeah.
Pelicans leading by 14. Outside Curry. To the wing right side. Davis with a screen on Anthony. Back to Curry. 5 on the clock. Here's Huffman. Good, and Curry gets the assist. He's got 8.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Houston making a switch. Jones is checked in. Money's checked in for New Orleans. There's the pick. In Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break. I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Outside, Jones. The dish now to Anthony. 6 to shoot. A floater. The shot misses.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Well, if you're doing enough good things and you're maintaining at least a slight edge on the boards, you're usually going to be in pretty good shape.
Here's Money. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, then they'll run away with this one.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
In a big game for Money. He has 11 points and also 3 steals. He is in complete control of this game.
Yeah, it's just going his way. Everything falling into place.
Here's Whitney. Can they get it? That's good. 11 points in the game.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
New Orleans leading by 19 points. Down low. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. In second, the Rockets.
Yeah, so much of their defense revolved around their ability to block shots in the low post. That's why their numbers were so good last season.
And so here is Houston. Dishes to Jones. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Jones has got his first points in this one.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
No good from Money. Rockets trail by 17. Another steal. High arcing shot. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 6 points.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Here's Money inside. Knox. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throw.
First one falls for him.
Still haven't seen them miss a shot from the line in this quarter, so they're doing a nice job of protecting the lead.
Well, they're cashing in from the line. I mean, they're making them pay for fouling them right now.
The Rockets making a switch here. Randolph is checked in. That's good. 13 points in the game.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Money. And it's off from three-point range. Rockets have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Back to Anthony. There's a good screen. And it's Houston with another.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway. Take the shot that's available.
Here's Money. 11 points in the game.
That's a bad shot. You really hurt your team by taking a shot from that range. You put your defense in jeopardy.
And it certainly won't make him any friends with his teammate.
And the Rockets with possession here. 17-point game. Getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Well, these two clubs have 4 divisional battles to play this season. So let's get ready to enjoy this first one.
Good job here in the second. I mean, they're pounding it inside, getting it to the hoop, going strong to the rim. I mean, that's power basketball at its best.
And Steve touched on it, Clark. 4 games between them this season. There's no way those games won't have a lot to do with how this division is going to shape up at the end of the year.
Kevin, there's no question about that at all. I mean, this series is going to have a huge influence on the playoff race, not just for these two teams, but for the rest of the division as well.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there. Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Okay, fans, for your entertainment, we have our very own Hall of Fame mascot, Clutch the Bear, coming onto the court. Show your support, come on! There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Shoots a 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Rockets trail by 18. Randolph kicks to Anthony. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Davis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Whitney against Curry. Knocked away. Curry with the steal. And up the floor again for New Orleans. Running the court. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Looky here, looky here. How about that one? That play. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him.
He
Gosh,
sure
that was
did.
neat.
And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done.
Here's Whitney following the score by New Orleans. Jones with the screen on Curry. From outside the arc, the shot misses. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their home stretch.
Well, you know the fans out in Charlotte are desperately hoping for a win there.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
That drops.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's Money. 14 points for him. Sinks that one from the post. Money's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Curry against Whitney. Anthony on the wing. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Anthony's got 6.
You know, I think, Kevin, they took a bit of a chance there going to the double team, and that left another guy open out there.
There's the pass to Davis. Puts up the baby hook, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
All right, fellas, great job in the early going, but we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision-making in the second half. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. And then...
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, we have, Kevin, and that's exactly what this team needed from him. He's been terrific.
And you know what, Steve? A double